right, today we are diving deep into one of the most widely used forms of birth control out there, the contraceptive injection, which pretty much everyone just calls the shot. We're going to break down what it is, exactly how it works, and who it might be a good fit for.
And right away, you see its biggest selling point. It's a single injection that gives you long-acting contraception. You know, that get it and forget it kind of convenience? That's a huge part of why it's so popular.
Yep, that's right. One shot, 3 full months of protection. I mean, think about that for a second. No daily pills you have to remember, no patches to change out every week, just one appointment every 12 weeks. For a lot of people, that is a total game changer.
So what is actually in the shot? Well, its technical name is Medroxyprogesterone Acetate, but nobody says that, so we'll just call it DMPA. It's basically a synthetic hormone that's super effective, lasts a long time, and, this is really important, it's reversible. Now, the key phrase you need to know here is progestin-only. This is a really big deal. See, unlike a lot of birth control pills, the shot has 0 estrogen, and that makes it a really safe and effective choice for people who can't or shouldn't take estrogen, maybe because of a health condition or because they're breastfeeding. Okay, so how on earth does one little shot actually stop you from getting pregnant for 3 months straight? It's pretty fascinating, actually. It's not just doing one thing. It's got this multi-layered approach. Think of it like a 4-part security system. First, and this is the main one, it suppresses ovulation. That just means it tells your ovaries not to release an egg. Second, it thickens up the mucus around your cervix, which makes it incredibly tough for sperm to swim through. Third, it thins the lining of your uterus, so even if an egg did get fertilized, it would have nowhere to implant. And finally, it can even slow down how an egg moves through the fallopian tubes. It's just really, really thorough. And this visual is a great way to understand that second point. The shot basically turns the cervical mucus from something thin and slippery into something thick and sticky. It creates this physical barrier, like a bouncer at a club, that just blocks sperm from getting in. Of course, with any medication, there are always 2 sides to the coin, right? There are no magic bullets. So let's get real and look at the actual user experience, both the really great things about it and the potential side effects. Okay, on the pro side, it's over 99% effective, which is amazing. No daily pill, it's safe if you're breastfeeding, and it can even help with period pain and lower your risk for a certain type of cancer. But then there's the other side. The most common thing people notice is irregular bleeding, especially when they first start. For some, their periods might stop altogether, which is called amenorrhea. And other possible effects are weight gain, changes in mood, and a decrease in bone density. And I really want to zoom in on that last one for a second, the bone density. Using the shot for a long time can lead to a temporary loss of bone minerals. Now, that's exactly why it is so important to make sure you're getting enough calcium and vitamin D if you're on the shot. So, after hearing all that, the big question is, how do you figure out if it's the right choice for you? Well, this is all about looking at who it's good for and who should probably avoid it. So, who is this a fantastic fit for? Well, like we said, people who can't take estrogen are prime candidates. It's also really ideal for new moms who are postpartum and breastfeeding. And of course, it's great for anyone who just wants a super effective, low-maintenance birth control option. But on the flip side, and this is super important, there are some definite situations where you should steer clear. These are what doctors call contraindications. This includes if you think you might be pregnant, if you have any unexplained vaginal bleeding, current breast cancer, or severe liver disease. Safety first, always. You know, to really make this click, let's walk through a quick scenario. Picture this, a 25-year-old woman. She had a baby 6 weeks ago, she's breastfeeding, and she wants a reliable, long-term birth control method. Based on everything we've just talked about, what do you think? Yep, she's basically a textbook candidate for the shot. It's safe while she's lactating, it's long-acting, which is perfect for a busy new mom, and it just checks all the boxes for her. This is a classic example of when the shot is an absolutely ideal choice. All right, so let's say you've gone for it. What happens after you get the shot? And maybe just as important, what happens when you decide you want to stop? Let's talk about the long view. This is probably one of the biggest questions people have. What happens to my fertility? So after your very last shot, it can take about 6 to 12 months for your body to start ovulating again. Now, it's absolutely crucial to understand this is a delay. It is not permanent infertility. It just takes a while for the hormone to completely clear out of your system. So if this is something you're thinking about, here are the key things you gotta remember. First, be ready for some wonky, irregular bleeding at the start. It's common. Second, stay on top of your calcium and vitamin D.
And third, make sure you schedule that follow-up shot every 3 months. Oh, and there's one more massive point we need to hammer home.
Look, I really cannot stress this enough. The shot is incredibly good at preventing pregnancy, but it gives you absolutely zero protection against STIs. We're talking HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, none of it. You will still need to use a barrier method, like condoms, to protect yourself.
Let's just zoom out from all the science for a minute, because understanding your options, whether it's the shot or something else, isn't just about biology. It's about empowerment. It's about being in the driver's seat of your own health decisions.
And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The best birth control isn't a universal thing. The best method is the one that's best for you. It's a super personal decision you should make with your doctor, taking your whole life, your health, everything into account.
Which really brings us to our final thought for you today. Now that you've seen all the sides, the pros, the cons, the complexities of just this one option, what does making an informed choice about your health really truly mean to you? It's a powerful question, and definitely one worth thinking about. Thanks for joining this explainer.